Hey everyone, I'm Big John, and welcome to another episode of the Ability Show. This week, coming to you from a hotel in Connecticut. Now, this week, I want to talk to you about some DVC tips. Now, of course, we are DVC members. You have seen our video tours of the Treehouse Villas and whatnot. And so this week, feel like if you're looking to buy into the Disney Vacation Club, we hear some helpful things. When we first joined, we had a guy, our agent Tony, show us some models of some of the many rooms, some of the types of rooms at the many different DVC hotels, and we've been hooked ever since. And our home resort is the Grand Floridian, but we have done mostly so far Bay Lake Tower, as well as some of the other places like Beach Club and Boardwalk. And when you walk into the hotel, they say welcome home, and it really feels like you're coming home, and it gives you that kind of feel good feeling, And of course, points varied depending on the resort. Like, does it look like we can afford a bungalow at the Polynesian? But who knows? But some people also rent points online. And a huge shout out to our agent, Tony. He's awesome. But if you are interested in joining DVC, Disney Vacation Club, I promise it will be worth it. Because the rooms are sort of like having your own tiny little house. Like if you're staying in a studio suite, you get a kitchen, oven, a place where you can sit. You got your own laundry. It's pretty cool. It really is. So it's like having a home away from home, or in my case, a home away from home, away from home, away from home. So like I said, if you are ever interested in joining DVC, I highly recommend it, because it'll be fun and probably it'll probably be more affordable now that Iker's back in charge. So anyway, that's my tip. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, and I'll make sure it gets to a future episode. Now it's time for this week's Top 5. So, but first of all, Splash Mountain closing 2023, January 23rd. I'm gonna miss you. Now, on to this week's Top 5. All right. So, Festival of the Holidays is underway at Epcot. And there are so many things to do during Festival of the Holidays. So, this week we're going to cover my top 5 Epcot holiday offerings. Number 5, seeing Santa in the Odyssey. Now, the Odyssey is where the Epcot experience used to be. I miss it. But now they've given it more seating, and now it is where you can meet Santa at Epcot, and it is so cool to see even more of the Odyssey being used, because before the Epcot experience, there was a huge chunk of the Odyssey's life that it was just dormant. But now it is nice that they are finally using it for more things, and it feels good to have some sort of character interaction. Well, of course, Santa is Santa. But it's very cool. Number 4, the special holiday overlay of Living with the Lamb. Now, when you enter the greenhouse area of Living with the Land, they add a very special holiday narration, and they put decorations all over the greenhouse, and it's very cool. It kind of makes Living with the Land and sort of like a very unique attraction that you don't get the rest of the year. So it is nice to see how. And I shouldn't just say the overlay for Living with the Land. I should also say the new holiday overlay for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. I think those are both in number 4. Because by itself, the rides themselves are good, but when you add some holiday narration or music to them, it just makes them unique. Am I right? Of course I'm right. I'm Big John. All right, number 3, the Voices of Liberty, or should I say, during this time of year, the Dickens Carolers. So during the Christmas season, when you go into the rotunda, you will see my good friends, the Voices of Liberty, in their Dickens Carolers outfit, and they have a full line of top-notch, all-American holiday music. And of course, they look fabulous in them. Right. I have some very good friends who watch this channel in the Voices of Liberty, so huge shout out to you guys as well. All right, number 2, the holiday storytellers around World Showcase. Now, each country has its own holiday storytellers, except for Germany, since the actress who played Helga is no longer with us, Stacey Fulford, whereas I've known her, Mimi Kaboom. But many of the other pavilions have holiday storytellers. You got the a band in the Canada Pavilion that plays Canadian Christmas songs. You got Father Christmas in the UK Pavilion, Père Noël in France. I'm not sure if Morocco has anybody, but Japan has a New Year's person. Somewhere between Morocco and France, there is the Hanukkah storyteller. I keep forgetting her name, but the Italian witch in the Italy Pavilion, La Befana or something like that. You got, I'm not sure if China has anybody, but I think Mariachi Cobre does some holiday stuff too. And it's very unique to see how each country celebrates the holidays. It's very amazing. And I think you can count the Dickens Carolers as the American Adventure holiday storytellers, because the Voices of Liberty, how can you top that? Wait, actually I do know how I can top that. I can top it with number 1, the Candlelight Processional. Now, I have yet to fully experience this with my own eyes. I've kind of seen it once back in 2009. I had a bit of a tantrum, but I was so close to seeing it 3 years ago, back in 2019, but then I don't want to go any further on that. But the Candlelight Processional is amazing. Some of the voices perform for that, and of course a huge mass choir. You got choirs from like high schools and cast choirs, and of course one of the huge draws of the Candlelight Processional is a celebrity guest narrating the Christmas story. Now, they've had some newcomers this year, like Simu Liu and newly named Disney legend Josh Gad, and of course returning favorites like Whoopi Goldberg, and of course everyone's favorite celebrity narrator Neil Patrick Harris. Shame Gary Sinise didn't come back this year. So anyway, let me know in the comments what your favorite Epcot holiday offering is. And now, you guys know what's coming. It is time for this week's Christmas special roundup. Now, keep in mind, these are my these are just my recommendations, and these are all Eastern timing, and if you live in different time zones, check your local listings. Now, today, for December 3rd, on AMC, we got To Grandmother's House We Go at 10 a.m. I am a big Olsen Twins fan. Don't judge me. Let's see. On Freeform, you got Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas at 7:30 a.m., followed by Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas at 9 a.m., The Santa Claus at 12:30 p.m., followed by The Santa Claus 2 at 2:40 p.m., followed by The Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause at 5:10 p.m., followed by the 2018 Grinch movie at 7:15 p.m., followed by Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer at 9:15 p.m., Frosty the Snowman at 10:20 p.m., and Santa Claus is Coming to Town at 10:50 p.m. All right, now for tomorrow, December 4th, on AMC, we have Jack Frost at 10:45 a.m., National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation at 7 p.m. and again at 9:15 p.m. Decorating Disney Holiday Magic, one of my favorite Disney holiday specials, on Freeform at 7 a.m. Let's see here. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer at 5:35 p.m. Home Alone at 6:40 p.m. and Home Alone 2 Lost in New York at 9:10 p.m. Now for Monday, December 5th, on ABC, The Great Christmas Light Fight at 8 p.m. On AMC, The Polar Express at 8 p.m., followed by Elf at 10 p.m. Let's see, on Freeform, Home Alone at 3:45 p.m., followed by Home Alone 2 Lost in New York at 6:15 p.m. On MeTV is the Tiny Toons Christmas Special at 8 p.m. So glad Tiny Toons are getting a reboot, by the way. Let's see, on AMC, the Leprechaun's Christmas Gold at 9:15 a.m., Rudolph's Shiny New Year at 4:45 p.m., The Polar Express at 6 p.m., Elf at 8 p.m., and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation at 10 p.m. By the way, this is for the 6th, by the way. This is for the 6th. What I just said for AMC. Now, on Freeform that day will be Home Alone, The Holiday Heist at noon. The OG Home Alone at 6 p.m., followed by Home Alone 2, Not Lost in New York at 8:30 p.m. On Thursday, December 7th, we have Jack Frost at 9, The Leprechaun's Christmas Gold at 6 p.m. On Freeform, Home Alone at 11:30 a.m., followed by Home Alone 2, Lost in New York at 2 p.m. The Santa Claus at 4:30 p.m., The Santa Claus 2 at 6:30 p.m., and Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause at 9 p.m. Now, on Thursday the 8th, I keep getting my days mixed up. This one is for the 8th. We have, on Freeform, I think, nope, that's too early. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation at 8 p.m. and again at 10:15 p.m. Home Alone 4 on Freeform at 7. Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas at 12:30 p.m. Home Alone at 6 p.m. and Home Alone 2 Lost in New York at 8:30 p.m. On MeTV, the Tiny Toons Christmas Special at 7 a.m. And finally, on Friday the 9th, on AMC, The First Christmas, the story of the first Christmas snow at 9:15 a.m. Elf at 8 p.m. and again at 10 p.m. On Freeform, Home Alone at 9:05 a.m. On MeTV, the Tiny Toons Christmas Special at 7 a.m. And that is this week's Christmas Special Roundup. Let me know in the comments what special you guys are looking forward to the most. And that's this week's show. As I've said, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the comments and I'll make sure it gets to a future episode. For this week's shout-outs, make sure you guys check out Jessica and Lewis over at One Little Spark. They just did a vlog where they tried out one of the Copper Creek villas at Wilderness Lodge. Jealous. Remember how I said how some DVC things are too expensive for me? Also, make sure you guys check out Pete McDivitt of the Pete McDivitt Show. He does a lot of Disney and sports content, so check him out. Also, make sure you guys check out the Diz Nerdy Network, Disney Underground. I did an interview with them last month. They are awesome. Make sure you guys check out the Diz Nerdy Network for some top-notch stuff. Also, make sure you guys check out Rad or Rockin' at Disney with Amy. She does some great videos of performers, not just at Disney, but at Orlando in general. So definitely check her out. For the latest Disney news and gossip, make sure you guys check out WDW Magazine. If you've not subscribed here yet to the Big John Network, what in the Walt Disney World are you waiting for? And tap the bell for notifications so you never miss a second of the fun. And until next time, may the mouse be with you.